Good evening. This is our voice intelligence platform, WTN Live, which can be used for conducting surveys and taking feedbacks from users. It is used for market research, product fitment, VOC, HR surveys, and many more kinds of feedbacks and surveys. Scheduling a survey and taking it is extremely easy here, and it's only a few steps like creating a survey, scheduling a campaign, getting approval, adding respondent, and publishing. This is our studio platform. This gives you a very rich dashboard. Here we can go and create surveys. We can go and pick surveys either from the scratch or create it using a digital assistant. We can target the surveys, whether it is for our customers, for our employees, or partners, or however. We can also pick up some surveys from pre-built or pre-created survey templates. There are individual question banks. We can go to question banks, add questions, add translations if we want multilingual questions. We can add the answer scoring system rubrics, like what kind of answers would fetch what kind of marks. And we can also search similar questions in the question bank and we can keep building it. Campaign is for scheduling. We can schedule a campaign and see the answers. We can go to any campaign and see if it is approved. We can add the respondent list here. These are some sample answers and these are the completed surveys. We can have a list of respondents over here and we can see some results. For example, in this dashboard, how's your daily commute, we can see the answers arriving negative and positive in different themes, different timings. We can see the study methodology, how much have been completed and what was the mode of survey, etc. We can see the overview of the answers. We can get to individual questions and we can get to know what kind of answer performed how, the table views and the whys behind it. If a particular answer is rated in a particular way, it has different answers given by different users and the segment of the transcript. We can also go there question by question and see the major themes in the answers. There are generic themes, who answered, what kind of answers are there. If gender and age is allowed to be displayed and city is allowed to be displayed, it can be seen. The effort, how much time people spent on each question, what was the average answer time, how much they thought before answering, etc. A lot of details and metrics can be gauged every attempt and the complete response. And this is for the quality of answer, how many were accepted, how many were rejected, etc. We'll quickly schedule a campaign and see. Create with AI assistant. Here we will give a preset text. We want to understand how our factory field staff feel about their managers, their workload, whether they would recommend us as a place of work. This for our employees. I'll draft the survey. When we draft the survey, we can see version 1 contains a lot of questions. We can again put some groups here like assessment. And over here, we can add the groups so that we can also have group level feedback for each question. It also gives you survey check, like if a particular question is longer than expected or regional translations, and also how we can schedule the voice agents, how many levels of probing we can do. If the user is frustrated, we can mark that. We can ask for human feedback or escalating it to a human user, schedule a callback, etc. A lot of tools can be enabled in this voice platform and a lot of settings are available there. We can simply publish this version as is and we can schedule it into a campaign. When we schedule it into a campaign, we move there, we invite the person, it needs a approval, so we need somebody like an admin to approve this survey and see its questions. Now the approval receives an email and we can start with the approval OTP. Once this is scheduled, we can invite people here. I'll add my contact. I'll save it and schedule it. You can also schedule it for a later date. I'll launch it just now. And the mail will hit my account soon. We're waiting for it. Hi, now I have received the demo survey link, and you can see the number of attempts, number of questions, the consent, and read the consent or listen to it. We'll start the survey and quickly close after first question due to shortage of time.
नमस्ते अनीता जी, मैं ऋतु हूँ WTN टेस्ट कॉप की ओर से एक डिजिटल फीडबैक असिस्टेंट। यह बातचीत लगभग 5 मिनट की होगी और आपकी ईमानदार राय बहुत मायने रखती है। तो क्या हम शुरू करें?
जी हाँ ऋतु जी, शुरू कीजिए।
आपके बहुमूल्य समय और राय के
Now
लिए
I'll
हार्दिक
just close it for now.
धन्यवाद। आपकी प्रक्रिया हमारी
I have not attempted any questions, so it is 0 out of 6. If I attempt, we can see the attempts and later we can go and see the responses. Thank you.